All right, so continuing on with that problem, we have a base of 9, a height of 10, okay, a height of 10. So for the area of that triangle, it's just 1/2 of 9 times 10. Or if you're doing this, plug it in your calculator, do 9 times 10 divided by 2. That is going to give you 45, okay? Now, if we're moving on to area 3, our last area that we have here. It is, and I'm going to kind of, looks like a mess down here. So we're looking for area number 3, okay? That is a semicircle, okay? It's just half a circle, half a pizza, half a circle. So when we're doing this, our area formula is pi r squared, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do that pi r squared formula, but we're going to multiply by 1/2, okay? So it's going to be 1/2 pi r squared because we're taking half of the area of a circle, or half of that pizza is a way to think about it. So we're just going to do our radius here. We already talked about is just 9. We found that from the width of that rectangle. So it's just 1/2 pi times 9 squared. All right, when we do this, it's going to give us 127.23. You plug it in your calculator, okay? Now, to find the total area, what we're going to do is we are going to take all these areas and add them up. 153 plus 45 plus 127.23, and we get a final answer of 325.23. All right, so that is our final answer. Moving on to number 4. To number 4 here. Looks like an ice cream cone, and this is where we have this semicircle right here. All right, we have this semicircle right here. Why isn't that working? There we go. All right, I'm not sure. There we go. Semicircle right here, and then a triangle, okay, on top of a triangle. So if we're trying to find the area of this semicircle, we'll call that figure 1, and we'll call the triangle figure 2, okay? So if we're doing area 1 of that semicircle, it is just going to be, again, what we did before, 1/2 pi r squared. Well, now it tells us that 16 is a diameter. It's not a radius. So when we're doing pi times radius squared, we have to take half of that 16, which is 8. So we're going to do 1/2, and we're doing 1/2 because it's half of a circle, all right? 1/2 times pi times our radius, which is 8, half of 16 squared. Now, when we do that, we're going to get an answer of 100.53, right? That's our area for the first shape. Now, our area for the second shape is that triangle, okay? So I'm going to erase that 2 here. We know what shape we're talking about. But what we have to do is we have to find the height of that triangle. And if we know these two sides are 17, so if we draw a line straight down, it's going to form a right angle right here, okay? It's going to form a right angle. So this is where, again, I've told you guys that we have to do Pythagorean theorem, okay? It's not going away. We're going to use it in every single chapter. Now, we already talked about the radius. The radius is 8. That's this length right here. So we have a hypotenuse of 17. We have a leg that's 8. So that's where we do our 8 squared plus b squared equals 17 squared. And when we do that, we're going to subtract. We're going to take 17 squared minus 8 squared. And so our b squared equals 225. So the length of that, if we take the square root of both of those, gives us 15. So the length right there is 15. And that is the height of our triangle. So our area formula for triangle is 1/2 base times height. So that's going to be 1/2. The base is 16, it's the whole length, times 15, which is our height. And when we do that, we get an answer of 120. So now we take our two areas and we add them together to get a total area. Area equals 100.53 plus